Guys, it's Rob here. Welcome. This is going to be a quick test and a bit of a review on the Glide Teleprompter and I think it's Lilliput monitor. And so just picked up these two pieces of gear really to help with live streaming so that I can make more eye contact with our guests whenever we do live interviews on this channel, for the TubeBuddy live streams as well, and also mainly for recording videos as well. So I do a lot of, most of the videos on my personal channel are really, bullet points. So I just create bullet points, and mostly that's really the type of content I create. So even though it's a tutorial, I will just create bullet points and not necessarily a script. But for the TubeBuddy channel and TubeBuddy content, I tend to create a lot of content based on scripts. And so I used to use, one second, let me figure this out if I can still find it. But I used to use another teleprompter, this one, which was the Padcaster. So this one right here, and it was okay, it was okay. The problem is that with the Padcaster, I was actually having a lot of issues because it wasn't actually, it was making me use a much more zoomed in view with my Canon M50. And so it was good. It was actually, very affordable. I think it was like $100 for this. And it was a really good value for what it is. The problem is just that, you can see here that because it is so small, that what happens is that you have to zoom in, and so you lose a lot of the the view when you're doing content, and so you have to be really zoomed in. So I had to actually put the camera really far away. And I already have a pretty small home studio as it is. And so I had to look at alternatives and came across the Glide Teleprompter through my good friend Lamwell. So hashtag Lamdrops if you're here. Thanks for this. I'm actually going to give you guys his links if you guys are interested in finding more information about the Glide Teleprompter and the Lilliput monitor here. So this is exactly what I'm using. I'm just going to take a look here. Now I can actually look at the screen and maintain eye contact with everyone. So this is good. Just want to make sure everything is good. I can see, hey, what's up, Dean? I see Dean. I see Jeff. Good to see you guys. Feel free to say hello. This is awesome. All right. So this is very, very good. All right, so I'm going to actually use my phone here in just a second, but I just want to make sure that there's no questions. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Say hello in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, hopefully you're finding value in this. I'm going to be putting in some timestamps and chapters so that you guys can find different things, different pieces of this live stream a lot easier. All right, so I see Jeff. What's up? Is this live? Yes. I thought it's a premiere. No, not a premiere. This is just a live stream test. So we'll probably be here for about 15, 20 minutes. So make sure you say hello, say what's up. Sammy Superstar, see you there, man. Nice to see you. Jeff, nasanay ako mag-premiere. No, this is a live stream, so not a premiere, yes. Awesome. Okay, very good. All right, any questions around this, let me know. But I'm gonna quickly get into, again, the Padcaster by Parrot Teleprompter. Can't really read it there, but it's a Padcaster teleprompter. If you guys search this on Amazon, they've got their own website. That's where I ordered it from. Also, there's a lot of reviews, but just be careful with what it is because you do have, like I said, you have to zoom in. That's the where you put your lens through, and then you can see that this is, it's a very small width. So the range you have to focus in so that you avoid sort of the hitting, having the case in your shot. So that's the only issue with the Parrot Padcaster. All right, but I know a lot of content creator friends swear by this. It's great. Depending on your camera, you may be able to get away with it if you have a longer focal point. But yeah, that's the Padcaster Parrot Teleprompter. That's what I used to use, but now we're using the Glide Teleprompter here, which is much larger, and so I don't have to zoom in as much. So we're gonna switch over. Let me see if this will work. I'm gonna use my phone so that I can take you guys through any, sort of my setup here with the Glide Teleprompter. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna take myself off screen. You guys see me here on 2 cameras. All right, so let me take my Sorry guys, no sound. All right, there we go. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All right. Okay, so I probably have to start over. All right, so sorry guys. All right, so basically here's the Padcaster. So it hooks on HDMI on my laptop, and then on there's the Padcaster right there. And so this is, or sorry, not Padcaster, Glide Teleprompter. So there's a screen, and the screen is really easy. So it connects by USB, or sorry, by HDMI. So the HDMI in, and then obviously HDMI out on my laptop, HDMI in into the screen, okay? And then you don't need batteries. You don't need like any batteries. There is an AC plug, so a wall charger directly into the wall power. So energy is there, electricity is there. You don't need batteries. You don't need to be replacing batteries and all that stuff. All right. And then basically that's the actual teleprompter right here. There's a mirror. You can actually tilt it up and down depending on the angle that you want. And then there's a hood, right? To keep everything dark inside to avoid any reflection. Now, this is the part that I need to kind of explain a little bit. So there's the back, and you see my camera. So my camera is the Canon M50, and the way that it's set up, it is a little bit, if I just used it and put it directly on the teleprompter, it actually doesn't work quite well because the angle of it is too low. And so what I had to do was actually pull my switch pod ball head so that I can lift up the Canon M50 a little bit. And then that way it angles down. And then that way it avoids, otherwise it actually hits, what happens is that it's coming in this way. So what happens is that this part right here, the edge of the screen is in the shot. And so I had to lift it up a bit with the switch pod ball head. So right now that's what I'm using. So you can, I mean, you know, I'm sure you guys have adapters. If you guys are using an M50, that was the only sort of headache that I had with setting this up was, you know, for like a few hours, I was like, oh man, it's, you know, the screen is in the shot. And so I had to, you know, find a way to lift up the camera, and that was the best way to do it, okay? So there's the back right there. Pretty straightforward. All right. So let's get out of this. All right, guys, I'm back. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Oop. All right. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know. Sorry, guys, I've been missing the chat here. Let me just catch up on the comments. Put my camera to the side. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I had to start over. Sorry about the technical issues there, guys. I forgot that my audio was off because it was on a different source. All right, let's start over. Yes, that's how it works. Yep, that's exactly how it works. Vaughn Sanders, I've got to get one now. Again, hey guys, I just, I was talking to some friends about this. You don't have to get everything, but I mean, for me, I just really needed this this piece of gear so that before I was doing a lot of up and down. I was using a smaller teleprompter, the Parrot teleprompter, Padcaster. I was using a smaller teleprompter, and I don't necessarily use teleprompters all that much, except for really specific videos where it's a little more technical and I need to really hit the bullet points. And so I would script it out. For live streaming, I really wanted to make sure that we were doing more engagement with the audience and, keeping eye contact with the camera. Otherwise, I was doing a lot of this, a lot of looking down and not really looking at the camera. And so that's where, we figured, hey, let's invest into a teleprompter. Looks like this is the way to go. So who told you to get the Glide Teleprompter? Good question, Sammy. That was our mutual friend, Lemuel. So guys, I'm going to put in the chat here, actually, Lem's link, because I'm getting a lot of questions. So if you are curious about where to find this, let me find it for you guys here. But guys, we got to support other creators, right? So if you're going to buy this anyway, make sure you support my friend Lem and use his link. Here's the link right here to his Amazon shop, and you'll find it. Basically, Glide Teleprompter. There it is. So that's the link I used. So there's the Glide Teleprompter, and then there's also the the Glide Teleprompter, and then the Lilliput 10-inch monitor screen. All right. I'm using my iPad. Yes, iPad is good. iPad works too. I would have gone with the iPad route. I just don't. Actually, don't. We don't have an iPad, so we don't use iPads in the house. We use other tablets. So Vaughn. But I mean that works too. This one is just one because then if we're live streaming, then I can connect this as a monitor. There it is. I'm pixelated. Okay. Sorry, guys. My connection might be my connection. Let me switch to a different connection. All right. There he goes. All right. Trying to catch up on the comments, guys. You guys are too fast. All right. Great. Okay. Kim says, hey, Rob, I just joined late, but a teleprompter has been on my wish list, so I appreciate the show and tell. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Again, I know that there's always questions around different gear. Should I buy this? Should I buy this? Should I not buy this? Is it worth it? How does it work? How does it set up? The only thing that I would suggest, Kim, is, again, I have an M50. I don't think Lem, when he was walking me through this, I don't think Lem uses an M50. There's an inside joke around that. So that's the only thing I had to figure out, because when it got here, I had to raise it up a bit because it was hitting, it just wasn't working out. But I had to raise up the camera behind. And so, luckily I had a ball head from my switch pod so that I could raise up the camera and mount it a little higher than normal so that it's basically the angle was that it's avoiding the screen. Otherwise, the screen would be in the shot. Like it would look like kind of like this. Like, does that make sense? Like it would look like this where the screen was in the shot. And so I had to raise up the camera a little bit. And so still trying to play around with that. Still trying to figure that out, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing. You know, most people won't have extra little like, you know, connectors and adapters lying around. So that's the only thing, just depending on your camera. Try to look it up on YouTube and just search, you know, the particular, you know, teleprompter, if it's the Glide teleprompter. You know, try to look it up on YouTube and just like Glide teleprompter with your camera, you know, and then try to see how other creators have used, you know, the Glide teleprompter with your specific camera, all right? So that's my only advice. That's my only sort of like heads up if you are going to invest in one of these. I think something's wired with the M50. Something's weird with the M50. Oh, sorry guys. What's my opinion on the YouTube tax update for non-US creators? That's a really good question. I'm still trying to figure out my thoughts on that. I mean, I understand the need for it. It is a global economy as well, so I understand that part of it as well. You know, funny enough, I mean, you know, we're just doing my taxes here recently here in Canada. So, you know, we use an accountant, and so just be super transparent with you guys. Like, I use an accountant just because I try not to mess around with my own taxes, just because there's lots of variables for me, and you know, I work for you know. Two buddies, American, all those things. So just use an account. Bring it to your accountants. If they don't have an answer, maybe they're not super up to date to it yet, then look for somebody that is specifically for you. You know, every country is different. Every country treats it differently. So I would just, you know, bring it to an accountant. That's my advice. I'm not an accountant myself, and we work with accountants. So that's why we try to safeguard ourselves there. There it is. Hey, Vujan is here. Hey, Vujan. That's my son, Isaiah. Hey, Isaiah, good morning. Looks like you're awake now. Sorry, guys, for the pixelation. I'm not really sure how to fix that. So we'll figure that out after. Brendan, good to see you. Awesome to see you, Brendan. I was on Brendan's show last week. Had a blast. I think, Brendan, tonight's your show again, right? You got another channel review happening tonight, every Wednesday. So that'll be cool. Very good. Very good. Guys, go subscribe to Vujan right now. If you're on Fortnite, use Vujan in the item shop as the creator code. All right. All right, here we go. Maybe I do need to reconnect. All right, guys, you know what? I think that's a good sign. Let's just wrap it up. But I just wanted to show you guys and do a quick test on the Glide Teleprompter, the Lilliput screen. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this on the replay. But yeah, that was really fun. I'm really looking forward to playing around with this piece of gear a little bit more. If you guys have any advice for me on how to use teleprompters even better, the way you're using it, then let me know as well. Any advice specifically with the M50 Glide Teleprompter and the Lilliput monitor, let me know. All right. So really looking forward to it. If there's any other gear that you guys are playing around with, let me know. Sorry about the pixelation, guys. Hearing a lot about pixelation here, so I'll have to figure that. I'll have to figure that out. Hopefully the audio is coming across okay. Very good. All right, guys. Well, that is it for me today. I will see you guys very soon. Take care.